Welcome to the Come On Show with Southside Steve.
And my co-host Jeff Cole on what is the last day of the year of 2025. This is it. We are at New Year's Eve.
Yeah, look at us working. When have you ever worked on New Year's Eve in radio? Besides being the Weekender in the mid-'90s before you, but you haven't worked on a regular show on the New Year's Eve, other than maybe doing a gig, right?
Yeah, let me tell you, I always worked New Year's Eve night, especially single. Even married, I did it because the pay was always doubled, and you could charge that much. So I never made less than $1,000 to be out on that one night, and it was always worth it to me because it gave me somewhere to go, something to do. Outside of the 80s, when I went actually to New York, so Times Square with Dick Clark was pretty special. I did that in 86 and 87.
2 years in a row? You went 2 years?
Yeah, we had a great hotel right off Central Park. We did the whole thing. And let me tell you, the one thing we learned, you go potty ASAP. And you also get somebody to take turns carrying a 2-liter bottle.
Yeah.
And what we did is we covered the bottle in tape, like duct tape, so you couldn't see what was in it. And it was one of the bigger bottles. They used to make the holes bigger.
Yeah, those were the 3-liter ones that had the giant mouth.
And we carried that with us because you could not get into an establishment to pee. Nobody was going to let you pee in their place unless you were or you had a tab running or you purchased something.
Yeah. Well, nowadays they wouldn't let you in with anything that would look like a bomb these days.
Oh,
you
I know.
couldn't walk around with that now.
Well, we kept, it was always cold. We had coats, long coats, whatever. So we just took turns carrying the pee bottle. The first year we didn't have it. And let me tell you, man, I could hold it, but damn. And you're wedged in there. If you're claustrophobic in Times Square, it's going to be tough.
No, I've never had a desire to do that. If I were to do that, I would just stay. I'd like to stay in a hotel right there and just stay in my room and watch from my hotel room.
Well, that would cost you.
Yeah.
That would cost you a bundle. That's expensive rent, even in the 80s. But for tonight, I know what I'm doing. Neighborhood party, just 5 doors down. The Kings are letting us into their castle. Their last name's Kings, obviously. And they're cool, ready to party. A few neighbors have gone out to get food. Everybody's putting it together. So I have to walk 5 houses. And it's a younger group because all our kids are the same age. So I'm not going with anybody my age. I'll be the oldest guy there.
Yeah.
Unless somebody's, parents are in town. So embarrassing. But we're going to have fun. We're going to drink. And I don't know that I'm going to drink to excess, but I'm going to have a good damn time. Yourself?
I'm going to be in town at my girlfriend's, and I just saw a clip that, of course, they don't do the peach drop anymore at Underground, but the city of Atlanta is going to do some sort of coordinated fireworks show that, that's going to go on at the same time with, I think, drones, where it can be seen from downtown, midtown, all around the downtown area.
That's cool.
It'll be a kind of a coordinated thing, which I think if I stay up, I don't even really plan on.
I haven't stayed up for New Year's for probably the past 3 or 4 years. I just haven't. Just with young kids, you're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I might stay up, but, depends on what's going on the next day. But I will tell you, I hosted that, the dropping of the peach for a year at Rock 100.5. And I think it was around 2010, 11, 12, somewhere in there. And I did it with the mayor. And the two of us hit the button to start.
Would that have been Keisha? Who
No, it was a
mayor
man.
then?
No, it was a man. It wasn't Bill Campbell, who I was good friends with him. It was the mayor after Keisha. So it wasn't Lance Bottoms.
Kasim Reed.
I was with Kasim Reed. It was Kasim Reed and I. So it was actually probably more like 2014, 15. And man, we had a blast. And no, I know the year. It just hit me. 2012, baby.
Okay.
There
that's
it
right.
is. 2012. We were going from 2011 to 2012. But yeah, I was out on stage. We got about 10,000 people there. And Kansas was the band that we had hired to play. Kansas is cool with a lot of people. Not even really me. I like some songs. But for the amount of people that probably liked hip hop that were there.
Yeah, that's not an underground Atlanta kind of act.
No. It was like, ooh, they're never gonna let us do this ever again. But it was fun. It was a moment in time. But tonight, everybody watches New York. You watch Ryan Seacrest, and the cool thing is, on our show we have Chloe Malas 2 out of the last 3 years, she's been doing it with Anderson Cooper and the other
And Andy Cohen.
and Andy Cohen. She's been there with them at the very end, and she's been the broadcaster. And I haven't talked to her today. I think she's in London, actually. We'll have her on next week, but she's done that. We can talk to her when we have her on just about that.
Yeah.
And the craziness that goes on and how much those guys are drinking.
Yeah, they've turned it into a party.
Big time.
Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. It started out as kind of a gag, and that kind of caught on, where that's their shtick now is to get drunk on air.
Yeah. What the hell? Why not? So that's tonight. Whatever you watch, most people want to watch New York. They just do. And we'll just see what happens. I can tell you New Year's resolutions. I started mine already. It's just focused and just make the most of every day. I don't really need one. I just saw it coming. And I think this new year always gives people a chance to do something different. It's a good starting point for people. But most people stop doing that crap after about a month. I love the gym memberships. That's always the best. Even gym owners are like, I love it. They join, then they want to quit by March.
Well, I joined last January, my One Life Fitness, and I still go regularly.
Was it a New Year's thing?
No,
Like you looked at your body naked and you're like, oh, God,
well,
I got to
just,
make changes.
I was recently single, so I had to make sure I stayed in shape, and it's convenient and healthy.
That's right.
Yeah.
You had just gone through your second divorce.
Right.
It's all
Right.
good. That crap happens, man. So, for me, I think it's fun. I did dress today. My wife is like beating me up, and she says, you're doing what my father does. And keep in mind, we're only 4.5 years apart. So, yeah, whatever. She says it's monochrome or mono dressing or something where you wear the same color.
Yeah, you got it.
And it's all the same color. But I call it, I'm coordinating. I've seen it in certain movies. It's coordinating. So,
your quote, that's from Boomerang.
Boomerang.
You got to coordinate.
You got to coordinate. So, yeah, your liner, your jacket matches your shirt, whatever. So I'm just coordinating, and I like it. So what I'm dressed as is ice. I feel like I've got on an ice outfit, and I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, it's all the blues. It's cold as hell outside, and I'm dressed for it.
Yeah.
I look like Southside Ice.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about I'm going out tonight to arrest my landscaping crew. I'm talking about just ice is ice.
Literally ice. Literally ice,
look.
because it did get cold.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. So, if you want to see it, and look, the belt.
Is that one of those Kleinberg belts?
Yes. And look, the socks.
Are those new shoes?
Yeah, those are new shoes. I'm wearing my Christmas outfit. See the blues?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
So Amanda doesn't like this coordination?
No, this is fabulous. I think. Yeah, I said it. And then I got like a shirt that has some of the color. Yeah, and everything I'm wearing.
Is this what you're wearing to the party tonight?
I think so. I think so. I think I'm going as ice.
Okay.
So I don't know about you. You're wearing a Camelot music shirt.
Yeah.
How much can you tell me all you're going to do is lay around and bang your girlfriend and try to have sex right at midnight, not going out, staying home, and probably ordering in Chinese?
No, well, we'll do something like that. But she lives in a neighborhood where there's plenty of places to walk to, restaurant-wise. So we'll just go for
And
dinner.
you think you're dressed nice for that?
No. I'll change clothes later on. I got my fancy shirts to wear tonight. Yeah.
All right. I saw your fancy shirts. For those of you that wanted a live show, hopefully you enjoyed the Bill Burr roast. But we had to do that because Jeff was in Austin, Texas, drinking excessively and having sex and not caring about the show.
Yeah, because this trip was planned when we were employed at Fox FM.
Before we were fired.
Right.
Yeah.
So we would have had the time off anyway. So that's why it was planned.
Second time you got fired by Fox FM. I thought about that.
Yeah, it is. It is. It was a Dr. Fauci thing because of the pandemic. Everything shrunk, so he
It's
had to
not
let me
really
go.
a firing. It's more of the world's changed.
Yeah, there's just the money is getting tighter because of Dr. Fauci. In that case,
Right.
I can't pin this last round on Fauci, even though I'd like to.
You could try.
I could probably find a way to do it if you let me think about it, but no, it was just another budgetary thing.
So yeah, I love the people that are figuring it out and coming up to me going, "Hey man, so sorry. Is there anything I can do?" I go, "Yeah, give me money."
Yeah, sponsor the Come On show.
That's it. You want to help me and you got a business? Sponsor this show. $500 a month. Woo!
Well, you know what people tell me all the time whenever I mention, oh yeah, me and Steve and I we're starting a podcast. Well, we've been doing one, but we're really going to
Are you talking to people?
lean into it now. Yeah, and anybody that knows you is like, oh yeah, he should be able to get sponsors like that. This should be, he's got a name. People that know you and know your history in Atlanta are like, oh, this should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call a lot of people and go, you were paying, this much. Now you can pay, 10% of that. And you're going to get social media pops from us, and I think we can help a lot of businesses.
Yeah,
So,
especially locally, yeah, because this is our town.
yeah, so this is the last day of the year. I refuse to ask for money until January
Yeah.
1st. So starting tomorrow, I'm coming for you, and I'm going to help you and your business, and you're going to help me. But we're talking 5, 8. The most would be $1,000 a month, and for that you get a huge bang.
Yeah.
Like a lot. But I do want to thank at this time Exit Stage Left, Ted Jenkins, and of course Justin Farmer putting that together. Great firm. You just go to Exit Stage. Did I say Exit Stage Left?
Yeah.
Two things are on my mind. That would be Ted Jenkins and Lee Heisman. That is only if you're looking to sell a business. A lot of times people look at the books at the end of the year and they're like, it's been fun. I think we've gotten all we can out of it. Now somebody with some new juice might come in and tweak it and do better. A lot of people think about selling their businesses this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, all right, we did it. Let's look at the books. Okay, we've got 20 years, 30 years into this, whether it's heating and air, plumbing, whatever kind of landscape, business, car dealership. Contact us. I can put you in touch with the right people and have a meeting. And these guys are getting people about 20 to 30% over asking price. That is Ted Jenkins. Just come to me or go to Exit Stage Left and say Southside sent you. It helps. I get a pat on the back and I get studio equipment. And then the other one's Exit Wealth.
Mm-hmm.
That's Ted Jenkins. That's Justin Farmer. And they're helping out a lot. Oh, my mom's calling. Not the time. So I don't know why I even have it on ringer. But those are our sponsors, our studio sponsors. So that's the love we get. So right now, it's time to give you the love, or am I giving you death? What was that? Give me liberty or give me death? That's
Yeah.
Patrick Henry.
Yes, I think so.
He said that in the Revolution, and people were getting killed. I'm going to tell you next who we lost.
CMC.
Well, let me tell you, the list is long, and this was a rough year.
For celebrity deaths?
For celebrity deaths. There's been years where you're like, we could have lost them.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy. We lost Ozzy Osbourne.
He was kind of on, I feel like he was on borrowed time for a while.
I'm going to give you that one, and I do, and we're going to play some Ozzy. What about Bridget Bardot? Did she put a kink in your armor? Not me.
Too old for me.
Too old.
Even for you, yeah. That's,
Way too old. Yeah, no offense. Robert Redford, though, that one bothered me.
That came out of nowhere. We didn't know he was sick. He just kind of
died at 89.
Yeah, he was still making movies, right?
Yeah.
Up until
right up until. And, Robert Redford was one of those guys that just did not do any plastic surgery. The more he wrinkled, the better looking he got.
Exactly. And look how good he looked. All you have to do, men and women, is just take care of your body. Try not to, try not to put on pounds, but don't mess up your face. And I think Robert Redford is a great example of never messing up. And he always looked like Robert Redford. Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, the face is the best thing. Don't mess up the face, because a lot of times in sex, you can just stare at the face and it's okay if the body's not what it should be. You know what I mean? There's a lot of overweight girls that look good in the face and have great hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just letting you know. So Redford gone at 89. And then you look at Hulk Hogan. Ooh, that one hurt the wrestling community. Died at 71. But those guys put themselves through it.
Yeah.
I mean, they just do. And one that hurt me, but we knew it was coming, Val Kilmer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize that Val Kilmer could not even talk when he did Maverick? That they just kind of did a fake little voice. He could not even talk at that time.
Oh, really? They had to probably stitch it together from previous.
Yeah, they couldn't, and that's why he talked so limited, and that's why they brought in the keyboard aspect and all that, saying his throat was sore, because they couldn't fake his voice. So Val Kilmer gone. And how old do you think Val Kilmer was?
68.
Yeah, 68. You thought he was that old?
Yeah.
65.
Okay.
You're close. All right, Val Kilmer gone, and then the next one we look at is Diane Keaton.
Mm-hmm. That was another surprise, or not really surprise, but we didn't know that
she was sick. 79, deceased. And then the latest, Rob Reiner. Ouch.
Yeah, that definitely was a shock.
You don't think your son's going to get into your house and stab you to death at 78, along with your wife. And then Malcolm Jamar Warner, always cool on the Cosby Show, just the son, but he had an odd drowning death, and that guy died young.
Yeah, that was out of the blue too.
Yeah, you just didn't see it. He was on vacation, died at 54.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little older than you, babe.
Yeah, I just turned 51.
I know. I was going to bring up your birthday. Michael Madsen. I liked
Michael
him.
Madsen, yeah.
Madsen. Madsen. Sorry. I thought he was cool. 66 years old. He was good in the Kill Bills. I just liked his character. Gene Hackman, another weird one, died at 94, found in his house with his wife. So those are pretty much.
Oh, I got one more you didn't mention. This one got me.
What?
Ace Frehley.
You know what? Ace Frehley's in there too. You're exactly right. How dare I walk away without mentioning Ace Frehley? We're just hitting the big ones. Those are more Hollywood, but Frehley definitely should have been in there. He wasn't on the list I was on. There's several lists. You can go down, look at social media. They put music to it, but we lost a lot of ones. The question is, who do we lose in 2026? Hope it's not us, and I hope it's not you listening. Thank God you're listening. Keep subscribing. That's how Jeff and I are going to eat. Pretty much, right?
CMC. Okay.
I'm ready for it if you are. I know what you're about to get into. You're about to get into a little politics.
Oh, yeah. See, whenever I'm traveling, I'm not really, I'm not following the news. I had a little vacation, going to Austin for my birthday, so I didn't, I'm not as tuned in to what's going on. However, I am, of course, still TikToking. And there's one thing that really kind of is starting to make the rounds on people making funny memes about this particular story, which we'll get into for Politictainment.
Okay.
Politictainment.
Yeah, it's all about the Somali scams going on in Minnesota.
Damn, that's all anybody's talking about, and it's thick, it's bad, and it's a lot of money, and these people are angry.
Yeah, and the Trump administration is ramping up. In fact, the James Comer, the House Oversight Chairman, he wants to have a hearing next week to evaluate how far this goes up and what politicians knew when. And, did the governor, Tim Walz, was he in on it, or was he just completely asleep at the wheel and let it happen? See, I have a feeling, I don't think these guys like Tim Walz knowingly let them defraud the government. I don't think they were in on it. I just think they were just kind of,
You don't?
ignorant to it, which is not an excuse, but all this fraud. And then, so like I said, when I was out of town, I was seeing this kid looking like he's Geraldo Rivera, not looking like, but like being an investigative reporter, going to some of these Somali daycares. So what they would do is it'd be like a daycare and they would get a grant from the government, but it would just never be a real business.
It's never a business. And most of it was around child care.
Yeah.
So they show up at these places and they have the amount. So they've got the list of what they were funded by the government, and they were funded for so many kids. So 75 kids, 101 kids, and they're walking in and going up to the door, and they're like, "We're the kids."
Right. And one of these guys, I don't know the guy's name, but he's a young guy, and he's gone viral just over the past few days. One of the signs, they spelled learning wrong.
Oh, I know.
It was like something learning center, and it said leaning center.
Leaning center.
It was spelled wrong.
Yeah, and I'm like, how do you even spell Somalian? Do you know how to spell it?
No.
I don't either. Somalian, whatever. Yeah, these, and you look at what's going on there, and basically it's nasty because when he's interviewing them, he's talking to them, and he actually posed a question, and he said, "Hey, if we went to war with Iraq and you're an American citizen, who would you fight for?" And he goes, "Well, I am an American citizen." He goes, "But they believe in Allah, and I will not kill anyone that believes in Allah. That means I will not go to the promised land." So he goes, "No, I would not fight for America. I would be against America. Basically, we are against Christianity, and we will never, ever be for it."
And this guy's one of the supposed daycare or learning center owners.
Yes, and you're just like, "Oh my God, dude, what the hell?" You're saying, "I hate your country. I'm using you," and that's the problem. It's one thing to come here and not assimilate. It's one thing to come here and think you're going to change who we are over 20 years, and you're just, the tip of the sword. And then it's another just to come in illegally and then rip us off.
Yeah, and my question is, when they dig deeper, it can't just be Somalians that are doing this.
Oh, it's not.
It's right, but so they're getting singled out, and of course, Tim Walz thinks it's the Trump administration being political. And
I'm so tired of him blaming things on white people. I'm like, will you shut up? You're white, and it's not that at all. White people, and one guy put it, built this country. Okay, white people were presidents. They were heads of industry. They did this. That's who built the United States, and now we're supposed to have shame about that. And we're supposed to listen to all these people that are coming here illegally and hate our country. So how do you get rid of them? And I said that.
Get rid of who?
The Somalians, all these people that hate our country and will not assimilate. We don't want them here. All they're going to do is, I don't know, hurt us.
Well, they could be here. They just can't rip off the government. No one can do that, white or black or
But
any
what do you do about people
nationality.
that hate Christianity and don't want to assimilate at all?
They don't have to be Christian. I'm not really Christian. I worship a head of lettuce.
I know you do.
So, but I'm not trying.
But you're
to
not angry about it.
No. That's what I'm saying. You can't. They can have or do whatever. That's what we're founded on: is freedom of religion. They can be whatever religion they want. They just can't, terrorize us or
Well, that's the
create
problem.
violence.
But see, they believe in violence and terrorizing. That's the problem.
Well,
If you're
in this
here and
case,
you're
it's more
peaceful,
about ripping off tax dollars.
I don't care if you're here and you're peaceful. Yeah, you don't have to believe in Christianity. I really don't care about that. I don't think you're allowed to do your music at 4 a.m.
Well, but what can you do? You can't do any music then. You can't do your Christian music at 4
Well, that's
in the
what I'm
morning
saying.
either.
You're not allowed to, and you can't block streets to pray.
Right.
Go into a church, go into a mosque. Don't play your music loud. Play it just on campus, just the same way Christians do. In other words, don't offend those like you that worship a head of lettuce.
Polydictainment.
That got a little heated.
Did it? I mean, yeah, I'm fine. Are you fine?
Oh, I'm fine, of course, but we'll see, check the comments. Let's see. We'll check the comments.
Are we wrong?
See what happens.
Was I narrow-minded?
No.
Was I a jerk?
No, I'm just saying we have
Did
to.
I talk like an American?
Yeah, you talk like a white person.
Oh, that sucks. Well, I grew up in a 50-50 high school, so whatever. And here's the thing, too, I'll say, just closing out Polydictainment before we get into sports. Isn't it funny? The people that call and use the word racist and racism, they're the ones that will key scratch your car, will throw a rock at your car, will sit in front of your car, will spit on you, will hit you, will beat you up, and even kill you. And they call and they say that, no, you're being the racist. And it's almost like we're like, oh, okay, we got to stop ourselves. But then they take advantage in every possible way. And I'm just wondering, anyone of any color other than white, we'll just say that, when you're in your house, and I'm just spitballing here, I'm just wondering, how do you talk about white people in your house? Are you a racist?
I don't talk about any races. I think we're just. The news, the media in general, is over talking about race. That's how it's been.
Well, first off,
since the pandemic.
I think that we're even on the whole thing of color. I think we've let a lot of people in that hate us. I think there's not much racism. I just don't care what color you are or what religion you are, unless you're going to kill me for being my religion.
Well, yeah, that's
then I care. Other than that, I'm like, man, just don't be an a-hole. I don't like a-holes.
Yeah.
But I really don't have a problem. It's somebody I will notice if you're looking through this, I'm going to notice that, or wearing, stuff that you can't play baseball or throw the base, or run in. There's certain clothing that I'm like, ooh, that can't be comfortable. I notice those things. I don't care. I'm like, you're the one wearing it. Same way I feel about people in masks. I'm like, you're the one wearing it.
Oh, I saw people wearing masks at the
Of
airport.
course, I know. And I'm like, why are you wearing the mask? But you know what? Why should I get upset? You're the one breathing through that damn thing.
Well, I agree, but I would see families where you'd see parents and then little kids wearing the mask. I was like, that just kind of broke my heart that like the parents
Kids shouldn't wear them.
They're making them, and there was something. They were wearing the real deal, the KN95. It's like it's 2026.
That's a heavy duty mask.
That's right.
Well, it's just like the same dumbass parents that go, seriously, Michael, I know you're 6. Do you feel like you're a boy or a girl?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't even get me started with the mental illness, And by the way, I now know, and I got to talk to my nephew, anyone wearing a nose ring, you're pretty much a toolbox. I'm sorry, but let's get into sports.
Yeah, come on!
I got to talk about the Falcons. My God, could you win more games when it doesn't matter?
I know. I was actually in Austin watching some Monday Night Football, and I was like,
Good.
look at this. Here they
Look
are.
at you.
Where was this team? Even the bartender was like joking, like, where was this team during the season?
They were there. Look at the last second. Look at how many fourth quarter losses we have and how we blow leads. Falcons could easily be a 10-4 team or whatever the number adds up to. They could have 10 wins right now. I'll say that.
Well, with these wins, we have a bet of the Falcons to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we got a bet.
But I can't tear up the ticket yet. Is there any way I keep a wild card? I don't know how, this team does this team does that. They keep winning.
The only way, and I don't want deaths here. I mean, I remember what happened, with Marshall. I'm not saying that. But the only thing would happen is either the teams can't get sick. They would have to all be injured and not be able to play. So what you need is on the tarmac.
Like a forfeit.
Well, yeah. You need Carolina's team in a plane to run into the plane. Just work with me here. Run into the 49ers plane.
Okay, and if that happens,
those two teams. No, not 49ers. I'm sorry, that's an old school Falcon division. No, what happens is Carolina's plane has to hit Tampa Bay's team.
Okay. And
so if those two planes hit and everybody breaks their arms,
okay,
everybody,
then the Falcons have a chance.
Then they have then the Falcons would be in because they're better than the Saints.
Okay, and they're playing the Saints this weekend, right?
Yes, and if they beat the Saints, here's the thing: right now, the Falcons have now screwed it up by beating the Rams and some other teams. The division. It's made it all muddied up. Pretty much Carolina has to screw up big not to get and represent us. There's no doubt Tampa Bay has to win this week, but there is no mathematical way the Falcons can squeeze in, even though the record gets better than better. So I'm still not saying don't tear up your ticket until we know it's over.
Yeah.
Because two planes could run into each other.
Yeah.
And I don't want death. I just want injuries.
Yeah.
Just keep you. Hell, let everybody sprain their ankle.
I'll wait until after the Super Bowl to tear up the ticket.
Thank you.
Or bring it in. Maybe we'll hang it on the wall here.
Hanging on the wall because we're going to do it again. But this next year we're going to pick the Falcons because we love them. But we're going to have a second choice.
Okay.
We got to.
Okay.
We got to have a chance. That being said, I got a little situation, some audio to play because the Falcons may have robbed a Rams team, and I think we screwed them over at our home with bad reffing, and I think that we really screwed up Matthew Stafford in his future.
Mm-hmm.
I do. The play happened. Last closing seconds would have given them incredible field position to either kick a field goal, which wouldn't do them any good, but they could have scored a touchdown and beat us.
Mm-hmm.
And they were robbed.
This is in the fourth quarter.
This happened. This is like the last minute of the fourth quarter.
Watch the left arm of Atwell and the grab here, not allowing his arm to go up to make the catch. That's a missed call.
And that's a good point, Joe. I mean, that first arm, it's hand fighting, but the second time he holds the left arm down right when he's trying to make the catch, that's a pass interference.
Even I know that. Like I
watched it. It was pass interference. Our
Yeah.
guy was holding his arm.
Well, he
There was
held
no
the
way.
arm.
Yeah, he held him.
I mean, sometimes they barely even touch the arm and they call pass interference.
Well, that used to be back in the day when the Chiefs were trying to win all the time. Now they're screwed up. Controversial as hell. And here's the other thing. Here's why people on social media are saying the fix is in. Because the Rams were supposed to beat us by 7 to 7.5 points, at least. Most people thought it would have been 14-21. If you watched any of the NFL shows talking about Monday Night Football, they all predicted a huge Falcon loss. There was no way we were going to win. They said Bijan was going to have a good night. He's one of the best runners, in the league, if not the best. But they said no way. And Vegas odds were definitely there. People bet. Nobody bet on the Falcons. It was literally 8 out of 2 people in Vegas bet on the Rams. So what do? You throw the game or the refs in on it. Vegas made a ton of money.
Oh, wow.
And everybody that picked the Rams obviously lost their money. And everybody's saying, you think sports aren't fixed? And I don't know. I really honestly don't know.
When you see calls like that are completely Like, how could it not be overturned?
I don't know. And that's the other thing in that situation. It's weird when you're in that 2-minute zone where you can't throw a flag any longer, and it has to be New York that makes the decision.
Yeah.
And New York probably looked at it and went, "Did Vegas pay us yet?" They did? You sure? When money's in? Okay. Yeah, man, there was no foul.
Yeah, come on!
Well, we close it up today, and we wish you a happy new year on our last day of 2025. What a year. It brought a lot of things our way. We moved studios.
Yep.
We stayed with, we went from being with Invest with Roots, which we still support, to Exit Wealth as a studio sponsor. We have built what we're sitting in is about $15,000, $16,000.
Yeah, and as soon as it was built, the end of Fox FM or the Southside Ride happened, our radio show. So
There's no mistaking management coming in and the owner going, "Wow, this is the nicest studio we have now. It's a shame we have to let you guys go."
Right. Well, but we pivoted, and we're right here with the Come On Show doing the Southside Ride basically in 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Every day is what we're going to give you in 2026, every weekday.
That's what this is. It's really the Southside Ride morning show. But instead of us sitting here for 4 hours, we can't play music because we can't monetize if we do. So we play a song at the end of the show, which is what we're about to do. And we're just going to give you 30, maybe 40 minutes max of straight content, unedited. We sit here, we don't stop. If we have interviews, they pop up on the line. We give them a time to call. We're not polishing this pig.
No, but it's getting a little more polished as we go. Because this, again,
Oh, yeah.
this new studio, new equipment, and we have
You don't even know how to use half of what you got, but you're learning.
I'm learning, so it's gonna get smoother and smoother, and then it's gonna look like a polished pig
Yeah.
after a while.
And I wore my icicle outfit, and you wore Camelot music.
Well, I'll continue to impress with my T-shirts and my my vintage shirts. I did some vintage shirt shopping in Austin, Texas.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, so I've got some new shirts to roll out for 2026.
I saw you and your girlfriend outside of a historic Mexican restaurant, all old school neon. What was that place?
It's called Matt's El Rancho. It's been there since 1952, and it was great. As you can imagine, yeah.
How, and I'm just spitballing here at the end of the show, how liberal is Austin, Texas? I haven't been to Austin in probably 20 years.
I couldn't tell. I mean,
Okay.
it was just like going to bars and restaurants.
Everybody's cool.
Everybody was cool. I mean,
Good.
there was a lot of homeless people yelling on the streets, though. I'll say that. But we have that in Atlanta too.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You got to clean that up. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, if I'm on the street and it's cold, I'm yelling. I'm yelling for a blanket. I'm yelling for a cheeseburger. I might even want to hit a crack because I'm like, you know what? At least I get a mental escape here for about 5 hours, and I wake up naked under a bridge. But whatever. But yeah, that's tough. So Austin, Texas, fun. I'm glad you got a chance to do that.
Yep.
I'm glad you're back now. Jeff and I are not going to rest. There are no more holidays for us. I got a wife that literally saw me watching the Falcons football when she came in after being at a friend's house with the boys. And it's 7:00. I'd worked all day, and I'm upstairs. I did something I never do. I had a Yeah Come On bourbon whiskey with a little Coke Zero, and I'm sipping it, watching the Falcons. And it's like about 9:30, 10. She goes, what have you been doing? You just been sitting here for 2 hours?
Oh,
And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, we have no income. And I'm like, okay, we're fine.
did she want you to get in your truck and start Uber driving at 9:00 on Monday night?
I don't know. Or she wants me on the phone or wants me doing anything. Or maybe she just wants me gathering up stuff. She's been pushing me for years to sell a lot of my stuff downstairs. So I think I'm going to start selling stuff online. Good stuff, but it's just like I'm a pack rat.
Yeah.
Some things that I have autographed that I don't want to sell, and certain things I guess don't mean anything, but they might mean something to somebody else. So it looks like I'm going to have a constant Southside for sale thing.
And memorabilia,
This could memorabilia. This could get fun. It really could. It's not pathetic. It's the roller coaster of life.
Yeah.
Right? It's the
Yep.
roller. I keep telling her, I said, put your hands up and have a good time. Instead, she's gripping. Gripping. And I'm like, loosen up like this song. But Jeff and I will talk to you. No more days off, no vacation. We work 5 days a week. And if we're not here or it's a big day, then we do a rerun. The only day we're not going to be doing anything funny is tomorrow. But there will be a Friday show. So have a good time. Sleep in. have a hangover. Why not?
Yeah, let's
Why not?
let's work on that. So we doing the track 13. You know, it's our deeper cuts. We can't play them, but we like to talk about them because the Doc of Rock loves to talk about to flex my rock and roll muscle.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll end the show. You can click the link in the description for this song, which has a classic rock tie-in, and I think it's the best new song of 2025. So we're going to end the year with a 2025 track 13.
Yeah, I didn't want to go old. I don't think you did either. I think when you end a year, at least on this show, you have to play a song from that year.
Yeah. And this is great. This is the sons of Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons of Kiss. Nepotism has never sounded so good because these guys sound great. It is Stanley Simmons. This is their debut single.
Okay.
Sounds very classic. It sounds a lot like Crosby, Stills, and Nash. These guys harmonize and sing together.
And they don't wear makeup.
They don't wear makeup, and I tell you, they can sing way better than their dads. And we love Gene and Paul. We love Kiss.
But they sing better.
These guys are the real deal. So check it out. It's in the description. It is Stanley Simmons, track 13, Body Down on the Yeah Come On show.